What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Pro Football Talk. And today we are going to get into Daniel Jeremiah's 2021 NFL Mock Draft 2.0. We're going to go through all 32 picks, react to them, go in depth with them. I really respect Daniel Jeremiah's work that he does as an NFL analyst. So it's going to be a fun one here. And I didn't do the Mock Draft 1.0 because it's kind of outdated now. If I were to do it, it was before all the quarterback perusal, all that stuff. So that's why I thought we'd start here with the mock draft 2.0. And we're gonna start here with Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence. That's gonna happen. Pretty obvious. Then he has Zach Wilson going to the New York Jets. I really like this pick. I have Zach Wilson as my quarterback two of the board. It was pretty close between him and Justin Fields, but I think Zach Wilson has the edge over him. Just a more complete guy. So he really fits that jet scheme there. What they bring now, Robert Salah, Mike LaFleur, and that offensive scheme. Pretty quarterback friendly scheme. So it's going to be a good one and fun to watch how Zach Wilson will play with the Jets. And number three here, we got Jamar Chase. He talks about taking top offensive lineman here, which would probably be Penei Sewell. But Jamar Chase, I really like him, and I do think that is a better pick than Penei Sewell. I mean, you could really go either way. If I were the Dolphins, I'd be happy with either Penei Sewell or Jamar Chase because they're both immediate starters, both immediate. Jamar Chase is a playmaker, and Penei Sewell would immediately be that franchise left tackle they'd get there at the Dolphins. I mean, it's a pretty deep receiving class in this draft, and also the free agency. There's a lot of good receivers, so you can easily go out and get one there that already has experience in the NFL. So it'll be pretty interesting to see what the Dolphins do. But Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell here, even Devontae Smith, these are all great picks at number three. So I agree with this one. And number four, Justin Fields. He does have Trey Lance ranked higher above Fields, but I still think I would take Fields over Trey Lance, especially heading back to Atlanta. Justin Fields is from Georgia, so it's a good fit there. To sit behind Matt Ryan for a year or two, it's perfect for Justin Fields, getting mentored by one of the best in the league, to do it. And he's a veteran, so it's good experience for Justin Fields, and it's a good pick there. There's been reports that the Falcons are going to be taking a quarterback. They've been keeping their eyes on the quarterback, so that can also be, a bait for trade, so teams can trade up for quarterbacks. But it'll be really intriguing to see what the Falcons do here at four. And number five, Penei Sewell to the Bengals. Pretty obvious pick. If Cincinnati Bengals, they have the chance to take Penei Sewell at five, it's gonna happen. And if it's not Penei Sewell, it will most likely be Jamar Chase. So they'd be happy with either of those picks. It'd be fine to sit here at five. I don't see them trading down because you're either gonna get franchise left tackle or franchise receiver. So it's a good pick there for the Bengals. And there we go, number six, Kyle Pitts going to the Philadelphia Eagles. This is kind of before the Carson Wentz trade to the Indianapolis Colts. So that means that it could be Trey Lance. And a lot of people have been mocking Trey Lance to the Philadelphia Eagles now because of the trade. And as of right now, I do see that happening. I think I would, if it was the Philadelphia Eagles, I would take Trey Lance, just because that upside that Trey Lance brings, and bringing out a battle in the training camp for the quarterback starting position would be Jalen Hurts or Trey Lance. But I don't know. I want to see what Eagles fans would take because if they're happy with Jalen Hurts, Kyle Pitts is an amazing pick here because he's a guy that can get behind linebackers, play on the inside or the outside. He'd just be a great weapon here for Eagles. Eagles are expected to release Alshon Jeffrey as well. So they need another playmaker here, and Kyle Pitts is a perfect pick there for them. Number seven, Detroit Lions, Micah Parsons, 3-4 linebacker. I think he can rush the passer. He's a blitzer. He's a do-it-all linebacker. He's all over the ball every single play. He's a three-down player. He works hard. The off-the-field issues, I don't think they're going to be too much of a concern. But that you could say they are concerns because it involved like sexual stuff. I don't know, but there's been a guy who's talking high of Micah Parsons, saying that it was just his younger self. Gets into stupid stuff. Um, but who knows? It'll really be interesting to see come closer to draft time. His draft stock. But I still think he is a top 10 player. Brings a top 10 talent, so it's a good pick there for the Lions. And number 8, Carolina Panthers, Trey Lance going to the Panthers. I've been reading that the Panthers are trying their hardest to go after Deshaun Watson. They really are because they are making more cap space available by releasing Trey Boston. Um, I forgot who their center was, but they restructured the contract to free up $4 million in cap space. So you can see that they are trying to go after Deshaun Watson. But Trey Lance here, the immense upside that he brings to the team would be awesome. Would be awesome. Um, yeah, so this is also a good pick here for the Panthers. And then we got the Denver Broncos taking Caleb Farley. You know, he's my cornerback one of the draft. I see him going higher than Patrick Surtain because of that agility, that athletic speed that he brings. And he was only a 1 year starter at corner before he opted out of this season. So, it's probably kind of raw, but you see that upside that he has at corner of being one of the best corners in the league. And you should go watch that interview with PFF that he had. It's pretty intriguing, pretty fun to watch. But Caleb Farley's an awesome pick here for the Broncos, and it's a great scheme fit there too. Then he has Cowboys taking Patrick Surtain, opposite Trayvon Diggs. They played together at Alabama. So that is a good pick. Patrick Surtain. The only thing you probably worry about him is his speed. But I don't think it would be too much of an issue because of Patrick Surtain's technique, how he plays that corner. He completely locks down one side, and because of that technique, I don't think speed is much of a problem. Because you even saw Xavier Howard, not that fast of a corner, but his technique keeps him always sticking with the receivers. So I think that's the same kind of thing going on with Patrick Surtain there. So it's a great value pick there for the Cowboys. Then 11, New York Giants taking Gregory Rousseau. It's kind of rich for this pick. I don't even see Gregory Rousseau as a 3-4, kind of edge rusher. I see him better in a scheme fit of a 4-3 base defense. Uh, the Giants, though. What does he say? I know Dave Gettleman has to let it be known that he wants. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean Gregory Rousseau does bring the upside. Um, but I don't know. He's pretty raw right now, and you only see that pressure that he brings is coming from the interior. It doesn't even bring it from the edge. He's got to become a better edge rusher, and it'll take probably a couple of years to do so. Mind you, only saw his freshman season, opted out of his sophomore season, declared for the draft. So he's definitely going to bring raw talent, but in a couple of years, I do see Gregory Rousseau as um, a complete sack monster. Double-digit sacks every year. So it could work out. I mean, I just don't like the scheme fit there and 3-4 defense as of right now. Um, I don't know. We'll see how that plays out though, if that were to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too rich for Gregory Rousseau. Number 12, Rashawn Slater to the 49ers. It's been more of a mock recently. With Trent Williams, who knows if he's going to come back? Might get franchise tagged, but you could slip Rashawn Slater in guard and then move him out to left tackle when Trent Williams is gone. Um, but Slater's an amazing pick. Really physical guy. He's kind of like a swing tackle, plays awesome in the pass protection and in the run game. So fits really good there for the 49ers. Then we have the Chargers taking Jalen Waddle. I'm pretty happy with that pick. And, they need another playmaker outside of Keenan Allen. Mike Williams is all right. Austin Eckler's pretty good in the passing game, but a guy, this is a value pick here. Jalen Waddle's in any other draft, if it wasn't Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle would be a top 5 pick. Electric with the ball in his hands. Yards out to the catch kind of guy. Kind of does look like Tyreek Hill, but not at that level yet, I don't think. But I think he definitely can get there. So it's a good pick for the Chargers, taking him there. And then, wow, Minnesota Vikings taking Devontae Smith. Actually, I forgot he was still on the board. You could even say the Chargers can go with Devontae Smith. I think I would do that. I would take Devontae Smith over Jalen Waddle. But Devontae Smith to the Vikings. I mean, Viking have hold to fill on defense, but they could give Kirk Cousins a head coach. Ah, no, they need to address the defense. They need to address the defense there. Taking a receiver is a dumb decision. They have Adam Thielen. He might retire soon or leave the team soon, but still, you still have Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, who got robbed out of the offensive rookie in the year, in my opinion. I don't know. This pick does not make any sense to me, but getting Devontae Smith is obviously a win, but it's just not a good fit. They don't need a receiver right now. They need defense. One of the worst defenses in the league. And then Patriots go J.C. Horn. I'm not really high on him going in the top 15. He's kind of rich, but he fits what they need because Stephon Gilmore could get traded this offseason. You never know. Could be a cap cut. Uh, but a guy to play alongside J.C. Jackson. This is a good pick for the future. I don't know if J.C. Horn is going to come in and start right away, but he's brings a lot of that physical tools that you need. He's a bigger size corner. Fits the man coverage scheme they got going on there. So pick's not bad for the Patriots. Then Cardinals going Elijah Vera Tucker, a guy who's got versatility playing left tackle and guard. I like him better on the inside in the guard position, but by all means, he could play left tackle too. So this is a nice versatile pick here for the Cardinals. They do need a little bit of offensive line help, helping out Kyler Murray there. Yeah, it's a good pick. Las Vegas Raiders going Kwity Paye, edge rusher. This is also a really good pick. They need to go anywhere along the D line. Kwity Paye, who knows if he's going to do very much his first season, but the upside that Kwity Paye can bring is up there with Gregory Rousseau. He could be that double-digit sack production every year, and that's what the Raiders need. They've lacked that since Khalil Mack has left the Raiders. So Kwity Paye comes in here, and it'll be a good pick. I also see them making go Christian Barmore, defense tackle, even JOK, linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. So we'll see here. Raiders can go a variety of different ways on the defense, so we'll see what they pick. Najee Harris going to the Miami Dolphins. I don't really like running backs in the first round. I think you can get this value in the second round with their second round pick. If you are going to take a receiver at number 3, you need to go offensive tackle here. I think Christian Darrisaw is still on the board. He would be an immediate left tackle starter there. You slide Austin Jackson out to the right side and move Robert Hunt, kick him into guard. I think they re-signed the center that they have going on there. I mean, that O-line would be solid. You can easily get a running back in the second round. Probably even land Javonte Williams in the third round. So I don't really like this pick. Doesn't really make sense. I think Christian Darrisaw would have been a better pick there. And there he goes. Christian Darrisaw to the Washington football team. I think they got Dylan Moses and Cornelius Lucas on the left side and starting to get up there in age with injuries and stuff. So I think Christian Darrisaw would be an excellent fit there. A guy's going to come in and probably start right away. He's got the physical tools, the movement of it and athleticism for a tackle you need these days for left tackles. So it's a great value pick there for the Washington football team. I'm pretty high on Christian Darrisaw. So then Kadarius Toney, just an immense separator, a guy he's polished as a receiver. I really like him. I don't think Allen Robinson is going to be coming back, so it is a good pick there. They need another weapon to replace him, and I think Kadarius Toney will do that perfectly there. And then you got Greg Newsome going to the Colts. Oh, I've never seen this one really. They did just get Carson Wentz, so I do think they need to go offensive tackle. Somebody to replace Anthony Costanzo. I think Dylan Radunes is an awesome pick. I'm pretty high on Dylan Radunes. Greg Newsome, he fits the scheme there. So I'm a guy who thinks Greg Newsome, if he is placed in the right scheme, he is going to do very well, and he's going to probably be up there with Caleb Farley and Patrick Surtain, in my opinion. Um, but we'll see what they do. I don't know if they're going to resign Xavier Rhodes. I think they do. And bringing Greg Newsome along as the cornerback too is a perfect pick there. And then Jalen Phillips, the Tennessee Titans. He has got, in my opinion, Jalen Phillips has got like top 15 upside. But it's just those injury concerns about him. There's concussions. A lot of concussions happen in the NFL, especially in the D line, linebacking position. Um, and after a couple of concussions, his NFL season probably could be done. So you're taking a risk there at pick 22, but you're taking the risk of that top 15 upside. Could honestly be the best edge rusher in this class, Jalen Phillips. So he'd be great there. 3-4. They played 3-4 outside linebacker scheme. So I don't know if Jalen Phillips really fit that, but still a guy who's going to come in and play very well. Because I don't remember seeing Jalen Phillips on his tape, him getting dropped back in coverage very much. So it'll be exciting to see what he fits there in the Titans defense. And then wow, Ronnie Perkins to the Jets. This is very high. I've never seen this before. Um, doesn't really give much. It says that he's a productive edge rusher. He does have those physical tools. He doesn't really have any pass rushing moves to his game. He's more of a straight aligned guy, more of a bull rushing guy. His best game tape was probably against the Kansas City Jayhawks. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of rich for that pick. I don't really think Ronnie Perkins is going to go first round. I think the highest Ronnie Perkins can go is in the second round because he's starting to get a lot more hype now. And I think that's why he's taken in the first round. But I see him more as a second rounder. Then Jalen Mayfield to the Steelers makes sense. Power run team because Ben Roethlisberger is probably coming back to the team, and he is not a very good thrower anymore. So as of right now, they need to be a power run team. They need to get Jalen Mayfield, who I think is a terrible pass protector, but he's very physical in the run game. So I think that's an awesome pick there. Um, and probably get like Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, um, or Travis Etienne in the second round. I think Najee Harris went off the board. He did go off the board to the Dolphins, but I don't think that would happen in the real draft, so we'll see what happens. But I think Jalen Mayfield paired up with one of the running backs in this draft would be really well. Then JOK to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't really know if this makes sense. Trayvon Morig or Trayvon Merrick would make more sense because they need that secondary help, especially at the safety position. And they already have Miles Jack and recently signed Joe Schobert. So I don't really know where Koromo would fit. He's kind of like a Miles Jack. I don't really like this pick. I could see him going higher, probably here. If Ronnie Perkins was picked here, I think JOK would go to the Jets, but why not? You get an immense talent there in JOK, so that's a good pick there. Good value pick there for the Jags. And then Joe Tryon. A lot of NFL analysts are super high on Joe Tryon. I'm not, and I don't really see why they are. Maybe the upside is there because he's pretty athletic. He does have some nasty pass rushing moves to his game. But he did opt out of the 2020 season, and that's why I don't see him as a first rounder. If he did play in that season, he probably would be a first round talent because of the development, but we didn't see it, so I don't know if he will go in the first round. But a lot of these NFL analysts have him in the first round, so I don't know if it's like an inside buzz in the NFL of Joe Tryon going in the first round, but it could happen. You never know. And then Trevon Morig to the Ravens, pretty good pick there. They could address edge though or offensive line. I think this is more of a value pick to the Ravens. Trevon Morig is a ball hawk safety, is a true shot caller, but they need guys on the O line. I think Elijah Vera Tucker was still on the board, if I'm correct. No, he's not. He went to the Cardinals. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'd still go offensive line somewhere here because they need it. They also need edge help. Matt Judon and Yannick Ngakoue heading in for agency. Probably going to re-sign one of them, but still need another guy. That's a decent pick, I guess. And then Mac Jones, the Saints. And I've been hearing reports about Jameis Winston starting there if Drew Brees does retire. So I don't really know if this makes sense. They got a lot more holes in their team that they need. Trayvon Morig would have been an excellent pick, but he did go there. Linebacker and Nick Bolton or Zaven Collins would be an excellent pick here. Because outside of Demario Davis, they have nobody, and Demario Davis is getting up there in age, so who knows about that one. Then Tevin Jenkins, excellent pick there at right tackle because I think the Packers are releasing Rick Wagner. So Tevin Jenkins to come in and be an immediate right tackle starter. So this is an awesome pick. He's got all the physical and athletic tools to be the starting right tackle there. Then number 30, Buffalo Bills, Azeez Ojulari, a guy I am way higher on. Should go way higher in this draft because he has the immense pass rushing ability to be at the quarterback almost every single snap. He has a huge win rate. He beats the hands super well. He's got an amazing bend. And honestly, I really like the fit there he brings to the Buffalo Bills. He's my player comp, kind of like Jerry Hughes esque type of player. But who knows? I think he does go higher in the draft. I think NFL people will view him higher because he brings in an elite pass rushing ability to teams, and that's what a lot of teams are looking for today in this NFL. So, not a bad pick there. And then Kansas City Chiefs going Landon Dickerson, the ACL tear definitely hurt his stock, but he's a great leader and will definitely step in as a really good starter there. I don't think the ACL tear does too much. He's a really hard worker, high motor type of player. So it's a good pick there for the Chiefs because they need O line after that Super Bowl. You saw they need offensive line. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is able to sit in the pocket more than a couple snaps. I mean, it's terrible. And then Nick Bolton to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like Christian Barmore better, but that's only if Ndamukong Suh doesn't come back. I think he is though. So you could honestly go Nick Bolton. That's with Levante David heading into free agency. I think they re-signed Levante David over Shaq Barrett, but you never know. Nick Bolton's a high motor guy, great in the pass coverage. He's got amazing instincts, high football IQ, so he would definitely fit that Todd Bowl defensive scheme there. And yeah, that's the draft, everyone. So pretty good. I mean, some picks were pretty awful, like Gregory Rousseau wasn't very good. Jalen Waddle went before Devontae Smith. So some shaky picks, but it'll be interesting to see how it moves on towards April. I want to see how these guys mock the players because sometimes they're pretty accurate. So that's why I like doing these. Thank you guys for everyone watching, and we'll probably be back tomorrow with those offensive tackle prospects. And yeah, like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed it, and come back for more. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day. Goodbye.